Well, introducing the 6 merry murderesses of Cook County Jail. Chicago, the musical, is being adapted for a one-of-a-kind concert with the Cincinnati Pops. And this morning, she's the name on everybody's lips. Dilise Croman, who plays Roxy, joins us along with conductor Rob Fisher. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning, Jen.
This is such a neat idea. Usually it's, taking concert stuff and making it into a musical, but this is reverse. You're taking the musical and you're making it into a concert. Rob, can you talk about how you did that and why?
The reason really is the composer John Kander, who wrote this show and Cabaret and so many great shows. It was a lifelong dream to have a symphonic treatment of this score. So he's 96 now and still active as can be, and he was involved every step of the way. We did it in his hometown of Kansas City, and Dilise played Roxy there in front of John Kander.
Yes,
my gosh.
Right in front. He was right dead center. It was a pinch myself moment to see him.
I bet.
He's a legend, and he's still writing music.
Yes.
He's amazing.
How incredible.
But it is transformed into a symphonic orchestration. So there are no saxophones, there are no guitars or banjos. It's a symphonic treatment of this score, but still telling, it's every bit of the score, all the great songs sung by great people. That we have a very experienced Roxy
Yes.
here, who was just on Broadway a month ago doing Roxy, and a fantastic group of singers performing this score, but with the whole symphony sound.
That gives me chills to think about that, and it must give you chills to perform Roxy in that way. What is it like for you to go from doing it on Broadway as the show to doing it at a concert like
It's
this?
a very different feeling, because having that sound behind you, the fullness, and just, a symphony right on stage with you is, in Chicago, the musical on Broadway, we have our orchestra on on the stage too, but I think it's because of the instruments that are interwoven, different ones that aren't there, and ones that are there. It just feels and sounds different. And for me as a dancer as well, I'm singing and doing the book only, and it strips the dance away, so you really are telling the story and John Kander's songs. John, that is really the star of the show, and it does give you chills. That's exactly what it does.
Well, and I was going to ask you too, as an actor and dancer, when you're kind of just focusing on the song, and there is a little bit of dialogue, correct?
We have dialogue, so you do get the sense of the whole arc of the story, but there's no dancing, which has to be hard for people who have used dancing to help tell the story.
Yeah, it's a very unusual feeling.
I was going to say, is it harder or easier, or do you like it kind of, since it's different, that it maybe allows you kind of to focus more on maybe being in the moment in the song versus, or is your body kind of instantly wanting to go into that dance move that it's used to?
I remember when I did it in Kansas City, you do find moments to put in, your own flair movement-wise, because it's almost like you can't do Roxy without a little bit of dancing. So in the Roxy monologue, for that particular moment in the show, I do a little bit of dancing. So the audience can look forward to it a little bit. But it's a very different feeling. You have to just strip it down, and really, as a dancer, because I considered myself a dancer first, but through the years of doing Broadway shows, I've found my voice, and so now I'm really feeling like I'm stepping into that part of my artistry, which is really special and exciting, and
that's really
scary
neat.
And all the things, but it's mostly exciting.
But amazing,
And I think for the audience too, it focuses in on the greatness of the score and the songs, without other distractions. Not that dancing's such a bad distraction, but really they become bigger even. And razzle dazzle with a symphony is just like, it's just spectacular.
Yeah, like something you maybe haven't experienced before, because we haven't seen a lot of things like this before. So
there are very few that have transformed in this way. You can perform this with the instrumentation from the Broadway show on a big stage, but this is transformed to make the symphony also the star.
Wow. This is going to be neat. And having one of the Broadway stars here and a full cast of really talented folks that are going to be playing with, of course, a very talented orchestra. And so the show this weekend, right?
This weekend, Friday night at 7:30, Saturday night at 7:30, Sunday afternoon at 2.
And that's all at Music Hall.
At Music Hall.
All right. And if you find out more information, Cincinnati Orchestra, Cincinnati Pops is the place to go for that. To get the tickets, it's going to be an amazing show. So do not miss out on this.
Tickets are available.
Tickets are CincinnatiPops.org.
Come
on. All right. Time now. Thank you so much for coming in and taking time. We appreciate it.
Thanks for checking out the Local 12 YouTube channel. Click the links and tap subscribe to get notified anytime we post.